All right, Shalom. All praise to the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kodash, double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to you, brothers who reflect pushing his word and truth and sincerity. All right, back with an article here, and it says grocery prices continue to climb as gas prices decline. All right, so the grocery prices in the stores are going up while the gas prices are going down. And I love to say this, gas prices are an illusion, all right? Because you've been living long enough, you know, gas prices fluctuate. They go up, they go down. They go up, they go down. They go up, they go down. Literally, they manipulate that, all right? Which is all, they manipulate it all, but especially those gas prices. But the difference is grocery prices are regular inflation. Okay. Grocery prices are regular inflation. They tend to go up. They don't go down. That's the difference. All right. Because think about it, when grocery prices in 2022, about to be 2023, are nowhere near the price that things were back in 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. You know, they always continue to rise. All right. So let's read this article here. It says, driving to the market is getting less expensive, but buying groceries isn't. It's a necessary trip. However, for many who are shopping for groceries, the register's ring sound more like an alarm to watch their wallet. I think everything is more expensive, said one shopper, which is true. That's something that's I had to try to accept, but hey, it hurts, but it is what it is. Literally everything is going up, from groceries to services to goods, you know, to appliances to building material, whatever. When you name it, it's gone up. Okay, exponentially too. It says, according to the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, prices for groceries have climbed by double digits since this time last year. What we saw overall, inflation is up 7.1%, said supermarket guru Phil Lampert. When it came to food prices, prices are up over 12%. The biggest price increase is anything that has to do with animals. That's eggs, butter, beef. All right. Lampert said a range of factors, environmental, transportation, and labor, have caused the increases. One of the hardest hit products in the supply chain is eggs, which is very true. All right. And I can attest to this from personal testimony. All right. In 2020, a dozen eggs on average was $1.51, he said. Today it's over $3.50. And that's just regular eggs. I'm not talking about cage free. I'm not talking about free range. Those are even more expensive, which is very true. All right, so I'll give you my testament. You know, I'm a egg person. You know, I used to buy a lot of eggs, you know, for different things. And eggs, I used to pay $1.36. You know, I'm talking about for the store brand eggs. Store brand, not even nothing fancy. Store brand eggs, $1.36 in 2020. Okay, and that's for an 18 count. All right, it is 2023, about to be 2023. Okay, and now those same eggs that I used to buy are now $5.46. See the difference? It's that much of a difference. And now, like I said, and the boy said, that's not talking about the cage free or free range. Those get into the $6, $7, and $8 range. I just looked at them last week, you know, just to price them. All right, so they're not lying, and that's just eggs. Now, once again, I'm saying imagine, but think about it. If everything that you bought went up 50 cents to $1, that's on a small amount. If everything that you bought, every product, if you used to paying $1 for something and it went up 50 cents for every single every single individual thing that you purchase, that's a large increase. All right. So if you use your grocery bill being, $300 a month, $400 a month, which is actually pretty good, pretty decent. Okay, expect that to be dang near double or more. All right. But it says, in fact, it's not hard to find empty shelves, as well as prices soaring to $7. Some online retailers just show they're unavailable, leaving many on a budget to pass them by, which is another thing that's true. When you go in these stores, you'll see a lot of empty shelves. Or what they'll do now is they won't fill the shelf. They'll do what's called facing or fronting. Okay, if you ever worked in a grocery store, they do what's called facing or fronting, where they pull product up to the front or stand it up to make it look full. Okay, and what they'll do is they'll take those ones that's full and move them or slide them over to the empty spaces to make the shelf look full. But if you move it, there's literally nothing behind it. Okay, it's an illusion. This whole system, Babylon the Great, it's a total illusion. All right. The eggs are as much as $2 to $3 more, says shopper, whoever that is. However, there are ways to save. Although we aren't finding the printed coupons and flyers that we're used to, most stores have gone digital when it comes to deals. All right. Most stores have gone digital when it comes to deals. All right. And what's funny about that is I talk about this all the time. I hate like different stores or restaurant chains or whatever. They have their deals online or through the apps. Okay. It's funny because they want you to download all these apps. So now you end up having 20 different apps to 20 different locations or 20 different stores or whatever, taking up so much space on your phone, just to get a certain discount on something. It's really not feasible. All right. So that's another thing when it comes to those digital things, those digital coupons and stuff. They want you to have their apps, or, you got to have the app in order to get the discount. But it says, download the apps, check the shelves as the sale items are clearly marked. It's also recommended customers look for bargain bins. Additionally, stores like Ralph's sell imperfect fruits and vegetables. Many stores still print circulars that you can find at the front door. What's fun about that is we subject to buying, as they say, imperfect fruits and vegetables. So fruits and vegetables with, Mars on them, or even someone that might be almost going bad. Or we through, man. We got to get out of here. I've been retired for 30 something years, so every dollar counts. Also, beware that third-party delivery services come with an increased price and don't include store discounts, which is true. Because when you order, Instacart, or sometimes when certain locations have their own delivery services, you don't get those store discounts as if you went into the store. That's another thing. And then on top of that, you pay delivery fees and all that extra stuff. That's why for me, I refuse to pay. As long as I'm able to get up and go, I do that. But it says, be careful, said Lambert. If you really want to save money and you're watching those pennies, shop online on the store's website. Don't use third party. All right. That's it for that article there. But hey, these groceries prices going up, and they're not going down. And the decline of the gas price, that's an illusion, because that's going back up. They're only declining it, they're only bringing them down for the holiday season to get people to spend more money, get people to travel more, all those different things. But trust me, going into this new year, this so-called new year, 2023, we finna see that them turn it up another notch, if not all the way up. Okay, we want them to turn all the way up. When we say all the way up, we want them to go and bring out that MOT to the B, that C hip. Okay, but that's all I'm gonna say on that. All right. So, let's get a couple. Let's see. This straight to the point. Ezekiel chapter 7 verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their soul, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. All right. So with the prices of things going up, with inflation, the job market is not keeping up with inflation. As a matter of fact, I read an article last night that the job market is not trying to keep up with inflation. Okay, it says the job market is based on competitiveness. All right, so the way they work is if I'm getting paid $12 an hour, okay, and in a competitive market, a job with another company or another thing doing what the same thing I'm doing, they're paying $14 an hour. All right. What the job will do is they'll attempt to raise their starting pay to about $13.90 or almost $14 or even with them. Okay, they do it based on the competitiveness of the job market, not inflation. They don't do it to help out the people to survive, to to maintain. All right, so that's another thing. So when and then on top of that, I even saw this morning they were talking about the interest rate hikes and those different things. And they're estimated that we're not gonna feel the easing of the inflation based on the interest rates until 2025. So you're talking about 3 years from now that they're talking about these different things that they're doing to curb the inflation. All right, which is not gonna happen. All I can do is laugh at it because it's crazy. It's not gonna happen. But when those things occur, when it gets out of hand, and money is hella devalued, these people are trying, these different countries, different nations are trying to ditch the dollar. Okay, but use or trade in their currencies or other currencies. Hey, that dollar won't be the world's reserve currency anymore. But that's also a move toward the CHIP. All right, the charagma. Okay, so but anyway, when those things happen and that money is devalued and worthless, or you're working and then and you're still behind on everything, what's the point of working? Okay, they gonna cast it in the streets, uproars, riots, insurrections, seditions, all these different things is gonna take place on a major scale. All right. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves. Okay, these leaders, public officials. Okay, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease. These jobs cease. Oh, that's another thing in 2023. They're talking about losing, cutting. What is like 17? I want to say it was like 17%. More jobs. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of job cutbacks, layoffs, firing, all kind of different things happening. People quitting coming in 2023. All right. And the grinders cease because they are few. Okay, because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. All right, it's a bleak future. I mean, it's not good, which we can see it. It's dark. And the doors shall be shut in the streets, and the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up the voice of the Lord, and all the doors of mute shall be brought low. All right. So just a quick lesson on that article. So call Allah Yahweh Shem Al Shai by Shem Dash. I hope you edified. Shalom.